Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Lisa. If you haven't already done so, please give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, the notification button, because I often come on during the week with kind of surprise visits and pull some cards, talk to the people, chat a little bit about anything spirituality-wise or things that are happening in the with the planets or in life itself. And on Sundays, if you're under the notification sign on Sundays, I usually come in midday and I'll do a full mediumship reading for anybody who joins us. And that's usually, will last a few hours, but everyone will get a chance to talk to a loved one who has crossed over, which the messages are always lovely and beautiful. So I hope you get the opportunity to do that. I hope you'll join my channel for sure as we continue to grow. Down below, if you would like a private reading, there is a link to my website, northernlights.one, where you can go and you can see the different readings and offerings that I offer, the prices and so forth, and you can contact me because my phone is there, my telephone number. You can contact me to schedule private readings. And there's also a link below for donations of love or donations to the channel itself to help me buy new cards, which I just bought a couple of different sets. The Gilded Tarot I'm going to be using in your reading today, and I bought the Wisdoms of Oracle deck. People have been very generous and I'm very grateful. So if you'd like to do that as well, thank you. And other than that, we're going to move forward and see where we end up. I know the energies that are out there right now, especially after last night, hearing about President Trump and his wife. I mean, I think everybody's feeling a little scared, a little unsure what's coming, and so the energy kind of reflects that. I've been noticing in the readings that I'm doing. But remember, this is just energy I'm putting out there that I'm pulling for you, for the collective of all Virgos. This is not necessarily anything that you have to be on top of. You always have free will. You can always make that change. So just know that you can always make that change. This doesn't have to be something that is set in stone. So I'm going to pull some Wisdom of the Oracle, some Oracle cards, 3 cards to start, and then I'm going to use the Gilded Tarot to pull some cards for the month and see where we're heading. And I'm also going to pull 1 romance card. Okay? I've shuffled these a million times, so they'll probably stop letting me shuffle them shortly, but I did want to have a chance to let you see the cards before I put the camera down so you can see what cards I pull for you. So I am usually silent while I'm pulling the cards to be able to focus. Too many cards coming out here. Focus on Virgo. So I'll be quiet during this time, and then I will open up and talk about all the cards that are coming. Yeah, these cards are done being shuffled. So let's start there. Okay, these are the Oracle deck, and I'll go through them. And pull a romance card. Oh, that card wants to come out, so we will let it. And I'm going to shuffle the Gilded Tarot. I've shuffled these a lot today, but I'm going to shuffle them a number of times and focus on your reading, Virgo. Focus on the energies that are coming through specifically for Virgo. And we'll talk about them here. Too many cards. And I'll hold up the cards so you can see them as well. This is for the month of October for Virgo. See what the energies are. And remember, you always have free will. These need to be on top. They're telling me that, so let's go from there here. These cards look great. Okay, the very first card I have for you is the Community card. So this is you for the month of October, really depending on other people to help your life be easier. Look at the mom with the baby giraffe. Isn't that adorable? But this is about, see the light shining down from your higher power. This is about joining up with other forces of people to make your life seem to run smoother. So you may be... you may come across some things that don't feel right during the course of this month, and you need to listen to your intuition. Virgos, I know you have a very strong intuition, so it's the card of number 8. It's really you don't need to figure out everything by yourself. It's okay to ask for help. Is what the card I'm getting. Okay, so that's important. Then I get no place like home. Lovely card. So I don't know. It's almost like I feel like when you come home and you shut that door, you can take a deep breath. Everything's good, and that's what I'm hearing from this. You are tethered, so you're taking off either career-wise or in a relationship, but there's no place like home. You always love to come home to your sanctuary at home, right? And tick-tock, the clock is going here on making some decisions or something happening at work. You're holding the clock in your hands, so tick-tock basically means it's not so much being on a time schedule, but I feel like the month of October is really going to kind of shake up everybody's timeline a little bit. Schedules are not going to be as easy to be followed, Virgo. And Virgos tend to be people that like to have everything in charge or like to be in control. And what I'm hearing with this card is that I'm a Virgo also, Sun, so we're not going to be able to control as much as we would like to this month, okay? The romance card I pulled, lovely, new love, a new person is coming into your life. This is not someone that you know because he still has his back to this maiden in this picture. So this is somebody new. It doesn't necessarily mean somebody that has been in your life and is just coming up as a new partner. Okay. This could also mean if you're married, though, it could just mean new love, meaning you're starting to express yourself differently, or maybe the two of you had challenges you needed to work on, and this is what you'll be doing this month. But either way, it's looking at things differently, looking at a new love differently. So that's lovely. So the card that came up as your signifier card, the main card in the deck, is the Page of Pentacles. Pages are younger people usually. Maybe this could be someone younger in your life, like a son or a daughter, finally reaching the stage in their life where they feel like they can stand on their own 2 feet. Maybe they're moving out on their own this month. Maybe they're making a decision to go back to school or to start a new job, but it's usually a younger person. And the Pentacles means abundance. So abundance in finances, abundance in love, abundance in luck, abundance in health. There's nothing at all wrong with if this represents a child or children of yours. Everything is going great for them. Okay. The peacock sitting calmly doesn't feel threatened. Doesn't have its feathers open. It's very calm sky. So this is definitely a child or a teenager or a young adult in your life. Okay, bringing you a message. The next card we have is the Seven of Wands. Sevens are often about illusions, delusions and illusions. In the Rider-Waite deck, the Seven of Cups is the card that shows a man with his back towards us, and it has all the cups above him, kind of having to try to make a decision what he wants to do. And the Seven of Wands is often like the illusion and delusion. Something's hidden. You're not hearing the entire truth. You need to dig a little deeper to get the truth. Maybe this is about one of your children to find out what's going on and how they reached what they're going to reach. But this is a card that definitely says you're building. Okay, the seven, you're sitting back. The Seven of Wands, you're sitting back and you're watching the growth in your business. You're watching the growth in your relationships. You're watching the growth in your children. But it's not a fruition card. It's not like you've gotten to the end and ready to start over. This is the still building phase. Okay, and that's what's crossing you. And I feel like it's regarding one of your children. So that's something to look at for sure. The next card that comes up is the Five of Cups. So we just had the Page of Cups is all about emotions, obviously. You have 3 pages in this reading, which is interesting. So I don't know if you have 3 children or you're looking at another person in your life as somebody that you need to take care of. But this person looks very down on the dump, right? They're holding up a flag. It looks like they've almost reached the end. But this is building still, okay? This is about emotions. Five of Cups often comes through. The fives often come through as challenging cards for us, things that come up, and this is in the immediate past. So things that come up that challenged us. Maybe this was during the month of September, things that challenged us, Virgos, things that didn't feel just right, things that we wanted to change and have go differently, and they didn't. So this is just saying that's behind you now. Okay, it's okay to let that go. That 5 card doesn't apply anymore. It's in the past. And the immediate past is the Nine of Wands. Again, the building card, right? We've gotten to the point you were at the Seven of Wands, and now you're at the Nine of Wands. So you might have taken a few steps backward, but look, he's almost ready to reach the 10, which is this fruition, everything he's worked so hard for. Look, he's got them all lined up in a row, and he's worked so hard to get to the Nine of Wands. Nines can be almost completion, happiness, getting to a point of peace. So if this is regarding, it's the past, but it's regarding work, possibly building on your work skills. The Page of Cups, that's the third page that I've pulled up for you in this reading so far. And the Cups is all about emotions, right? So again, maybe you have 3 children. Maybe each of these pages represent a child. But the Cups are about the water. Look at the seahorses that are here and the water that's behind him. A few little ripples in the water that you may have to face. So one of your children may be going through a tough time, or someone younger than you that you're helping is going through a tough time. But a message is going to come to you to explain all this to you, and you'll have a good understanding of it. You don't need to stand out there and wait. It'll just come to you. Okay, so pages can be messengers, they can be your children, they can be people younger than you. And the Cups is all about the emotions that you feel around them. Okay? Your moving forward is the Nine of Swords. So you're worried, right? You're not sleeping well at night. You might be having nightmares. Something you're worried about. Maybe you're worried about a loved one. Maybe you're worried about one of these 3 pages, these younger people that are in your life. I don't feel anything negative happening. I just feel like this is a Virgo trait of worrying, so it doesn't surprise me the Nine of Cups would come up. The Nine of Swords would come up because Virgos tend to be worrywarts. I know, I'm one myself. So if this is something you're worrying about and it's interrupting your sleep, try not to let it, is what I'm hearing. Try not to let it worry you, okay? Try to let things go if you can, especially when you go to sleep. Put everything aside. Look, you have the angels watching over you. Put them aside in the future if you start to worry about something you don't need to. So if it's about your children especially, they're good. Everybody's good. The Four of Swords is the card in your environment. Four of Swords is a card of retreat, of replenishment, of taking time to take care of yourself, not just other people, right? The 4 is, I always say that 4s are about the angels around us. So maybe the angels are helping you to retreat and take care of you. Maybe there has been somebody that's ill and that you've been worried about, right? But you don't need to be, is what I'm hearing. This is your environment. So in your environment, they want you to take some time for you. Do something that you really enjoy, Virgo. Do something that brings you peace and happiness. And even if that's just being alone and taking some time to watch some movie you want to see, or to read some book that you haven't read and that you've wanted to in a long time. But retreat. Pull away from the crowd a little bit. I know that's what we've been doing for 8 months here, 9 months. But if you can do it again for a little bit longer, I think it'll make you feel better. Okay? The next card I have is the Judgment card, which is how you see yourself. So either you're very harsh judging yourself as a perfectionist, which many Virgos are, and that's why this card is coming up. Or there could be a court battle, a legal battle that I'm hearing some of you might be going through. It will come, it was upside down, the card, so there could be some challenges associated with it. I don't think the outcome will be decided this month, but I think it's something that you're following through and working on, okay? Interesting enough, though, the card that is after it is the card of celebration. So maybe the Judgment at the end of the month, after we enter Mercury in retrograde, right, who is Virgo's ruling planet, Mercury, maybe you do have a celebration. Maybe there is something to celebrate. Maybe somebody's healthier than you thought, or is getting better. Or maybe finances are getting better. The Cups are about emotions. So you feel happy. You're celebrating with your friends. You're celebrating with your family. So the Judgment that came true is a happy one, okay? You don't need to worry anymore. You can let go of the worry because the Cups are telling us everything's okay. The final outcome card you have is the Nine of Cups, the card of satiation, the card of having everything you need. The Cups are about emotions, being very happy, whether it comes to your job. We've had a few bumps in the road with your job during the week as you were building, or it could be about your love life, the new love coming up. Right? It could be asking for help if you need help. But either way, you get to this peace at the end of the month where you have everything you possibly could need. You have everything you possibly could want. So really enjoy, because these cards this month are really lovely for you. There's a lot of meaning behind them for, like I said, 3 younger people. It could be children in your life. It could just be younger people that are around you at work that you'll hear messages from and you may worry about, right? But try not to worry, because the final outcome is happiness, right? With the 3 of Cups, and then the 9 of Cups, the satiation card, having everything you need. So beautiful cards. Beautiful cards. If you have any questions, leave them for me below, but I think the month of October is really going to be nice to you, Virgo. I think they're really beautiful cards. Know that home is always your sanctuary, the place you can go home to. And like I said, subscribe, give me a thumbs up. I'm going to end the reading like I do with all readings, which is giving you a little bit of Reiki healing for 5 minutes. So I want to pull up the music for that, and then have a chance to offer you some Reiki healing, which kind of, it unties your or unlocks any of your chakras that are tied up too tight, and we'll start from there. Okay? Remember to envision your crown chakra now opening, like a lotus flower opens. We're letting in the white light energy from your higher power to come in and fill your entire body to help with not only healing but aligning all your chakras. Now that your body is full of white light, we're just going to sit in the energy. Take some deep breaths in and try to let go of the worry. Okay? Collectively sending out some energy to the planet Earth as well for all of the negativity, all the trouble that we're having. Peace and happiness to everyone. So not just to Virgo signs, but to people around us. Sending you all lots of love this month. Remember, you have free will to change any of the energies that we talked about today. keeping this white light shining, sending out love, right? Whenever you feel that someone might be triggering you or pushing your buttons, sending them peace and love so that that doesn't happen anymore. I hope you have a wonderful month. I hope you'll hit the subscribe button and the notification button, leave me a thumbs up, and I'll probably be on later this afternoon for some live readings around 5. And so I hope you'll be around and you'll be notified of such. Okay? Have a wonderful month, Virgos. Try not to worry because everything's going to be fine. Take care.